looking at his timing as well, so.
And some background information. It was election night in 2000, and Republican Texas Governor George W. Bush and Democratic former Vice President Al Gore were neck and neck. The deciding factor was going to be Florida, and whoever won Florida would eventually win the presidency. On November 8th, 2000, Bush was declared winner of Florida with 48.8% of the vote. The margin was only 1,784 people. Bush won only by a margin of 0.5 versus competitor. An automatic machine recount happened, and when it happened, his margin went down to 327, and a quarter of Florida's votes were not recounted as they were supposed to, as it would take too long. And the Florida election laws allowed for a candidate to request a county to do a recount. Gore requested that 4 counties be recounted. The 4 counties were known for voting Democratic in elections. Did not request any recounts for counties that voted Republican. Gore hoped that the recounts in the 4 counties would push him ahead to win Florida and thus winning the presidency. The 4 counties accepted doing the manual recount, and all of them were given a 7-day deadline. And counties claimed that there was different regulations set forth by the government. In some counties, a vote under a specific condition would count, but in other counties, under the same circumstances, it might not have counted. And this was seen highly unfair by many people. And Florida's Secretary of State, Katherine Harris, had a certified election on the deadline. Some counties, though, they wouldn't be able to finish by the recounts in time, and the counties were given the ability to update the results. And on November 14, 2000, the Secretary of State, Harris, certified the elections for 67 counties, and only 1 out of 4 of Gore's requested counties finished the recount by the deadline. Harris set a criteria in which she would accept the recount, like if it was late. And all 3 counties sent a letter the following day, all giving the reason for not meeting the deadline set by the state, and she did not accept any of them. And yeah. And Gore tried to prevent Harris from certifying the election until all 3 remaining counties had finished. Then Florida Supreme Court listened to his request, and they ruled the day before votes are supposed to be certified that counties would be given an extra 8 days to finish, and Harris had to wait to certify elections. Then Miami-Dade County stopped counting elections as they thought they wouldn't be able to finish. Then Gore tried to sue them or get a quarter to force them to try and finish. Then on November 26, 2014, the Secretary of State certified the election for Bush. Then Gore attempted to sue the Secretary of State on the grounds of the certification results being illegitimate. The case was dismissed shortly. Gore then appeared to the Florida Supreme Court, in which ordered that all votes casted non-electronically had to be counted if they had not already had to. Then Bush then appealed to the Supreme Court. They reviewed his case on December 8, 2000. On December 12, 2000, the Supreme Court ruled 5-4 that Florida gave unfair rules to different counties. And what was violated? It was said that the Equal Protection Clause in the 14th Amendment was violated by Florida. They did not give all counties an equal chance in counting which votes were accepted and which were to be avoided votes. The different restrictions set forth by were unclear or clear violation of equal protection. And the Supreme Court had to resolve 2 questions. Were the recounts as they were being conducted constitutional? If the recounts were unconstitutional, what is the solution? Then the decision. The recount was ruled unconstitutional as there was no statewide standard each county board could use to determine the winner. The solution was that the recounts made past December 12th would be invalid. Bush became the de facto winner as there was no time left to finish. Then Bush versus Gore displayed the power of the federal government to make rules for federal elections, and states can no longer use their local rules or procedures to affect elections results for federal offices. Then there's similar cases. There's never been a case like this where a president and president have been like neck and neck, and the deciding factor would be a recount. Then the chance of this happening again would be slim, as the Supreme Court ruled that states can no longer regulate themselves during federal elections. Then people's reactions. The reactions of Bush versus Gore were mixed, as strong supporters of Gore were angry that the true winner might not have been decided, while Bush supporters say that the ruling was right as some votes were counted and some weren't. And that's what we're talking about.
All right, thank you, Kevin.